on this drive. Harris has the majority of the yards for the team so far. Pickens, catch, run, slips out of there. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The elusive George Pickens. This is the 10th play of the drive for the Steelers. Shotgun, Wilson fires, end zone. Calvin Austin, touchdown, Steelers. Perfectly timed.
Wilson much more comfortable with the playbook after 3 weeks in Pittsburgh.
Second down and 5. Wilson steps up. Wilson avoids it, throws on the move, and finds Freiermuth for the touchdown. Russell Wilson extends the play.
Change quickly.
Yeah, I thought the best thing we did today was respond in the midst of adversity. I thought that we did a great job of scoring touchdowns, making plays. We felt like there was more plays out there too that we could have had. What it really is a testament to our coaching staff, a testament to our players, and our work ethic and the discipline that we put into the week. And we knew that this was going to be like I said, a heavyweight fight, and we had to respond and keep swinging.
And respond they did. Steelers 44, Bengals 38. The Steelers now at 9-3, and they could get into some AFC North clinching scenarios rather soon, folks. Did this game make you forget about the Browns game? 412-928-9370. We'll open the phone lines. We'll talk to you all morning long. But the bigger question, honestly, is your biggest takeaway from that Steelers victory. We'll go around the room, and then we'll talk to you again. 412-928-9370. Steelers put up 44. Steelers put up over 500 yards. Russ threw for over 400. Dorin, your biggest takeaway?
Well, I think it comes down to they did what I didn't know that they could do. And I know it was against one of the worst defenses in football, but, it's NFL football. So you have to take advantage of your matchup. And they did something that I didn't know if they were capable of doing, and I knew that they had to do in this game, and that was go shot for shot with Cincinnati. And they showed that they not only did that, they created a gap. Now, I know it was a little bit closer at the end, but they created a gap, and they got on top of it first.
Yes.
They got on top. It's not like they had to come back and inch their way back and try to go shot for shot whenever they were down, but they got on top, and they just never let go of that. And that is very promising. And you said the question, a very good question, like, did you forget about the Browns game? Yeah, I have now. I really have. And I thought that they were going to lose this game, because of the style of play that Cincinnati brings to the table. But I have forgot about the Browns game because I know that the Steelers are going to boat race the Browns this week. Just by the way.
They're going to smack them.
They're going to smack them. You could just tell, right? So, that game, in the snow, okay, whatever. That was a couple weeks ago, and you lose that game, so be it. But you regroup. You have a couple extra days off. You regroup, and you figure out what you need to do to win the football game. And you knew that you needed to play you needed to run a high-powered offense, and you did do that. And, Russell Wilson's interception, I don't really even count that, honestly, as an interception. I thought that was a flag. That should have been a flag.
Should have been.
George Pickens got grabbed by the helmet, got slung down. Russell Wilson throws it to his guy. It is what it is. But other than that, he was flawless. 29 for 38, 214, 3 touchdowns.
Threw it to everybody but Mike Williams, too.
Threw it to everybody but Mike Williams. They also had... 16, 17. They have 100 yards rushing as a team on the ground. So just a flawless, game yesterday by the offense, at least.
Yeah, the offense was outstanding. Anything they wanted, they could have. 6 of the first 7 plays were passes. 8 out of the first 10 plays were passes. Mm-hmm. I'm going to stop doing math now on the fly. They came out throwing the football.
Yep.
This is a team that on first downs all year long, and really most of the Cleveland game, run. We're going to be physical. We're going to establish the run. This is who we are. This is our identity. We got all these tight ends. We'll throw an extra offensive lineman in there, and then we'll play action you and boot you off of that. No, the Steelers knew we got to put up points, and they threw the ball all over the place. They threw it early to run late. They utilized the running backs big time in the passing game, as we talked about that they would do last week. And my biggest takeaway is, that they're capable of this. That Russell Wilson can engineer victory in a way that we haven't been able to see since Ben Roethlisberger. And he looked yesterday, for as good as I thought Burrow was at times, better than Joe Burrow.
He did.
He outplayed a guy who is, if his team was playing better defensively, would be an MVP candidate. Russell Wilson was outstanding. And it makes me, forget about the Browns game. Now, the math of it all is going to piss me off, and it's going to continue to piss me off because instead of 9-3, the Steelers should be 10-2 right now. But a game like this, where they put up points offensively, now they've done that. They've looked like a really good offensive team more often than not with Russell Wilson now. Browns game not great. Ravens game not great, though they did move the ball. They had to settle for field goals. All the other games, they've done some great stuff offensively. What I learned, my biggest takeaway from this game is, all right, you want to roll the ball out there and you want to play a shootout, they can do that too. Mm-hmm. This team can beat you in multiple ways. 29 out of 38, 414 yards, 3 touchdowns, a quarterback rating of 125. And apart from the pick 6 that should never have happened, he didn't put the ball in harm's way at all.
Nope.
He knew when to throw it away. He didn't take any sacks. 2 sacks were registered, but both of them he stepped forward in the pocket. One he slid down. Neither of them were super damaging.
Right.
They can beat you this way. And I know that the Cincinnati Bengals defense sucks, and boy, does it suck. I mean, it is so bad. They got to fire Anarumo. I mean, that defense is horrific. But the Steelers played a bad Cincinnati Bengals defense last year with a lot of the same players, the same coordinator, one that bled points and yards, and everyone was singing Kenny's praises, and they put up 16 points.
Right.
Like, they can do this now. They can take advantage of a bad defense. So that is my biggest takeaway. 412-928-9370. What is your biggest takeaway from Steelers 44, Bengals 38? And does this make you forget about the Browns game? 412-928-9370. Wasn't all good. Wasn't all good. We'll get into all these topics more long form as we move forward in the program, but a couple of things that make you shake your head. George Pickens, get your head out of your ass.
Yep.
And Joey Porter Jr., can we have the guy practice with his arms tied behind his back?
Right.
I mean, what do you have? Handcuffs. Like, we get some fuzzy handcuffs, you know, get some of them kinky ones, you know, handcuff the hands behind. Because 5 penalties on the game could have been more. 2-on-1 play, buddy. Enough is enough is enough.
I mean, if you watch him and if you watch every game this season, like every time that he is one-on-one with a receiver, it is close. Like there's
every
time he's getting his hands, and not just getting his hands on receivers, he's grabbing. I mean, he just grabs and grabs and grabs, and then whenever a guy breaks, he's grabbing the shoulder pad, he's grabbing inside on the chest plate, and it's been an issue of his for a while, and it just it caught up. Like, and they're like, okay, like we're gonna start throwing the flag on this. And
seriously,
it could have been every play.
Yes.
Seriously.
Which you're going against those 2 wide receivers who are, I mean, it might be the best, probably is the best wide receiver duo in the league. And I mean, I can see coming into the game saying, make them call it. Well, then they did.
Yep.
And then they did. And then they did. And then they did. And then they did. And so you've got to adjust. And they didn't. He didn't. I don't know if he can. I mean, that's just who he is. And I am wondering about his viability right now as a number 1 NFL corner. Like, I'm not saying he can't grow into it, but has there been more good than bad for Joey Porter Jr. this year? I don't know.
No, I think it's been the growth hasn't really been there. I think he's been somewhat the same.
Yeah.
He's done well at times, and he's been quiet. What sometimes that is good for corners because that means that you're doing your job.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's like shut down. Like, it's more like, okay, maybe shut down, but also gonna give the team some bonus yards. They can put us in bad situations.
Well, they gave up a 3rd and 21 at one point, and I talked to the TV, and my wife wants to smack me with the remote. I said, just don't commit a penalty. They're not going to convert 3rd and 21. Don't commit a penalty. They did, 3rd and 21. But that's one of my biggest worries about the Steelers' defense is long down distance. That's when you should be able to pin your ears back as a pass rush, and that's what they're built for. And I'm always worried that a 5-yard illegal contact play is going to wipe out everything that they've done. So they need to clean that up. I'm not sure that they will.